Working a 9 to 5 job as late as the early 2000s was a completely different feel. I mean, you felt essential back then. The money that you were getting compared to everything else at the time, cost wise, was a lot more rewarding. You know, you felt like the time and effort you put in was enough and everything was fine. Obviously, things change and the time in America is no different. Working a 9 to 5 now is soulless for many reasons, starting with the fact that you don't get paid enough now. You don't get paid enough for anything. You could be doing back-breaking work at a warehouse, getting paid teenage wages, which in this economy is nothing. The housing market is so insane, getting paid even 18 an hour is just a joke. Due to the lacking wages, people are forced to put in crazy hours. That means being away from home for an extended amount of time. I mean, the average 9 to 5 itself is already 40 hours plus a week, leaving you with pretty much no time for yourself. And then on top of that, getting paid pennies on the hour, not literally, but fucking technically given this fucking economy. It's it's draining. And nobody wants to fucking do that. It'd be a totally different story if these jobs were, I don't know, not so soul sucking. A lot of these jobs are tedious, boring, and just plain out something nobody wants to spend their time doing. Now, obviously, jobs are jobs. They aren't meant to be fun. You're not at a fucking playground, of course. But nowadays, what 9 to 5 is something you wouldn't mind being there 8 hours, 9 hours a day. People who work office jobs answering emails don't even like doing that. Apparently, it causes mental issues. I watched a whole video on it, bullshit job thing and whatever. It's a serious thing. Non essential workers feel like they're literally doing nothing all day. Let's say you work a job where the base hourly rate isn't that bad and you don't mind working there. Working a full time job still means you barely have any time to yourself. You work 40 hours a week, whether that be 4 days, 5 days out of the week. Schedules can be crazy, but you're still going to be spending 40 hours plus at your job rather than being at home. And then to top that off, you barely have any time off. Throughout the 365 days, you got to show up to work, granted the 2 days off or the 3 days off, depending on your schedule. You only get maybe, and let's be lenient here, you only get 7 days sick time, 7 days vacation time every year. Now, not every company is like that. Sometimes you get more, sometimes you get less. But that's around pretty much how every company does it. You're telling me I got to go to work 365 days a year, and that's all the time I get off? 1 week, bro, that's not a vacation. It's really not. I'm going to need a full month to like mentally rewire myself from this stupid job. 1 week, actual vacation time, it's not enough time to like just magically undo the stress, the mental impact this job has on me, dude. It can't unwind that. It can't rewind all that in a week's time. You can't do that. That's not possible. Give me a summer vacation, dude. Give me like 2 to 3 months off, and then everything will be fine. But that's not how it works. You work all year, all day, all week with no time off. And it doesn't matter how much you like the place. You could actually like the job, but being there all the fucking time makes you not want to be there. It's kind of like staying at home for too long. I mean, a lot of people would enjoy staying in the house all the time, but let's say you were locked to your house for a certain amount of time a day. You would literally be unsatisfied with being at your house at that time of the day because you locked there at that time. It's a psychology thing. You are set to be at this place for 8 hours a day every day. Sooner or later, you're just not going to want to be there, man. There's things we all want to do. There's things we want to do, and things that this full time job will soon get in the way of. And no matter what those things are, you don't want to be there working that full time job when you want to game, or let's say exercise, or freaking write a book, or paint, or whatever you want to do. So, because we spend pretty much all our time at these jobs that pretty much pay us nothing, because truly at the end of the year, what do you have? Hopes and dreams and a little bit of savings. Yeah, I think the main reason why working a 9 to 5 job is so soulless, the main reason is because we get nothing out of it. If you can promise me that I'll be able to retire someday, yeah, working a 9 to 5 job is worth it. But neither that or owning a home or doing anything financially is not promised to us. And it's definitely not rearing its head at all. This economy sucks, and getting paid average money isn't good enough money to live. So, no, working a 9 to 5 isn't going to feel anything but soulless.